Hello everyone, Judge Sapphire here, post Comic Con, and this is literally just going to be me talking about how I went, which was amazing. I absolutely loved every minute I was there. There was so much to take in, and as usual with Cardiff Comic Con, like everyone's cosplays were just incredible and awe-inspiring, and you could see how much love they had for it and the dedication that went into the detail of all the cosplays. Like there was piles of Five Nights at Freddy's related ones. There was a few Has-Been Hotel ones. There was just too many to name off in this one video, but they were just incredible. And of course there was loads of Doctor Who's. So, which is never surprising. Every time I go to Comic-Con, there's always Tom Baker's and David Tennant's, and occasionally Matt Smith ones. I think there was one or two this year, but there was one guy in a Colin Baker cosplay, and oh my gosh, the coat was magnificent. But anyway, speaking of creativity, the stores were just amazing. There was so much variety of artwork on sale and just different merch, like especially in regards to pin badges. They just were able to make so many different kinds of pin badges. I actually bought one of Van Gogh, his Starry Night, and I love that. I love Van Gogh's my favorite artist, so being able to have a pin badge of my favorite artwork is also really nice. But it wasn't just that, just all the detail and all the merch, like engraving in some of the coasters, and as well as the pin badges, because some of them were engraved if they were wooden, but like they had like cups and gauntlets and lightsabers. They had so much detail on the lightsaber. There was a lot of Celtic merch, so like there was so many Celtic knots and stuff. Oh, it was beautiful. I loved every second just going around the stores, and that's my favorite thing to do when I go to Comic-Con, is get to talk to the artists, because they're so incredible, and there's fellow fans like I am, and it's the only time of year I get to go out and meet people of a similar mind. I don't mean that harshly, but there's so many people where I live that just don't understand the world of nerd and geek culture, and everyone's fan base is about. Like there's so much that is misunderstood about us, so it's nice to just go to an event where it's literally just you and the fans just talking about what you love. And every time I talk to an artist, it's just a chance to just get into their world and how they express their creativity. Like there was people there who obviously draw digitally and traditionally, but there's also artists that are physically creative with like needle and thread and knitting, and with wood and slates. It's just amazing getting to see all that, and also getting a perspective, because usually when you're creative you focus on what you love. So obviously there's a lot of people there that love DC, Marvel, Star Wars, but there's also people that love Disney and Pokemon and Studio Ghibli, which Studio Ghibli is so close to my heart. And there was a beautiful painting of Hal and Sophie together, and it was so much colour in it and so much vibrance in it, and it's just amazing just being able to just admire all this different kind of artwork. And you get to meet people with similar creativeness and love for all nerd culture. Like, especially with the cosplays, you can tell what people love most just by looking at their cosplays, and I love it every time. like, I don't really meet celebrities anymore when I go to Comic Con. I'm not really bothered. It's quite expensive sometimes as well. I know when I went to Telford Comic Con a good few years ago, I think about 2 years ago, to get an autograph from David Tennant was 95 quid or something like that. And I personally don't have the money to do that. It's nice to do it, but what I love most about Comic Con is just meeting everyday people, everyday nerds and geeks who love all the stuff that they have come here for, and it's just so nice. Like, every time I go to Comic Con, I'm just like, I'm home, these are my people, these are the people that, you know, just make the fan base even more fun. And a lot of the time when you bump into people, like one girl I was talking to, I think she was one of the store owners, she was like, oh my gosh, I have desperately wanted to be able to talk to someone about this. And it's so nice just to be able to go to Comic-Con and do that, because it's difficult when you want to talk so much about all the stuff you're, you know, you focus your time and energy in, like comic books or TV shows, and they just sort of just don't understand anything you're talking about. So it's nice being able to go to an event like Comic-Con and share your interests with others. Like, I absolutely love it. And speaking of, I'm going to show some of the sites. There are so many people at Comic-Con, artist-wise, I can call out, because they were just incredible. So I'm just going to show like a few glances of some of their sites. Some of the websites are not set up yet, but I will put put some of the artists in the description, because their art is so worth looking and checking out. A lot of them are on Etsy, but some of them do have their own websites, and some of them have actually started making their own comic books, and they're so sweet, and oh, I love it. So definitely, if you've got time, check them out, because they are so worth it. But anyway, back to like just talking about Comic-Con in general. I did dress up for it. I managed to get my costume, which I've mentioned a few times in Lego DC Supervillains. I was dressing up as Aya from the Green Lantern animated series. And I don't know if I'm going to get into it in this video why I wanted to do that, but I probably will do a video later on explaining in full depth why I wanted to dress up as Aya. But I was so glad. I actually finished the cosplay on the day, and oh my gosh, I wasn't happy with it. To me, it was a bit tacky, but I love just dressing up and being able to go to Comic-Con. Like, every time I've gone to Comic-Con, I've always wanted to do something different. And the first time I ever went to Comic-Con, I obviously didn't dress up. I didn't know how Comic-Con was going to go, because I was introverted, and I still am introverted a lot. And being able to dress up is also a relief for me, because it means I get to go out of my shell, and but also still hide behind a mask in a sense, because I'm not who I am on the surface. You know, I'm hidden behind makeup and a lot of accessories. Like when I dressed up as Hawkgirl for Telford years ago, no one could recognize me because I had this huge mask on. So it meant I was hidden, but I could also be out my shell, because I do struggle a lot in social circles. Like, my social battery goes down a lot. But besides that tangent, I absolutely love just dressing up and seeing other people dress up. It's like my favorite part. Just seeing people in so many different outfits and cosplays, and just, oh, it's incredible. It's just like, it's nice just to see what people love, like what characters they love. And when I saw Bonnie and Foxy, it was almost like being on like how I imagine being on a Five Nights at Freddy's movie set. It was just incredible, and the amount of time and effort they must have put into it is amazing. But there was so much there. There was just going on. There was stuff for charities. Like, there was several different charities there, and even one of the artists, she was bringing awareness about breast cancer, which was so lovely to just hear about her, just trying to bring awareness to that. And I honestly, I couldn't fault it. It was such a good con. There was charities for animals, such as cats and dogs, and there was a charity which I kept going past, but most of them were dressed up in Star Wars outfits, and they were raising money, and it was just lovely, just because there's so much a community like us, or us nerds and geeks, do that people don't realise. We really do love our communities. We love raising awareness to help people who are, and not in as good circumstances as most of us are. And there was even one I heard about. This is in America, mind, and I heard it because of the voice actor James Arnold Taylor. And there was a girl who is, works for a charity that helps bring cosplays to life for those in wheelchairs, and it's so incredible what they do. So I thought I'd just give those a shout out, because I just love them. And you'll probably see some images in this video, but I just love it. Every time I go, it is like I've gone home. It's like I've gone somewhere where I can just be comfortable and excited, and just nerd out and just talk about things with people, and them understand, like when I'm talking about robins, and everyone knows what I mean by that. Like, most of the normal people think, oh, there's only one Robin. There's not. There is more. And to have someone also, mention Stephanie Brown as a Robin, I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, thank you for knowing this. It's just so nice. It's so nice just to be able to also rant about the Robins we don't like or do like. And, I loved every second of it. I love meeting people and hearing their stories and seeing their creativity come to life in whatever media they love. And I just love it every time. I love it. I just had such a good time. I honestly did. And I can't wait for the next one. Because every Comic Con I go to, I love, but there's something different about Cardiff Comic Con, and I think that's because it's so close to home, but it's also so open to just everyone. It's such a big con, and it just seeing everyone there and just learning about each other's love for comics and movies and series, and it's just incredible. I miss it. And then now and again when we talk about YouTubers and all the gaming world, it is so nice. It is. And I've got a few recommendations for new games thanks to some of the store owners, which is great, because one of them loves cozy games, and I absolutely love cozy games. They're my favourite kind of games, as well as nostalgic games like Batman the Animated Series games and Scooby-Doo. But I love Comic-Con, especially Cardiff Comic Con, and I loved it this year. I loved every minute of it, and I just can't wait for next year. So I hope you enjoyed my little chat about Cardiff Comic Con. And if you've never been to Comic Con, it is definitely worth going to, but don't go to the big ones first. Go to the more the ones that are local to you, wherever you live, because they're closer to home, and two, if you go to somewhere like Telford or London, there are so many people, and it is quite a way away to get to if you don't live in those areas. So just, if you ever hear about Comic Con coming to your area, just go to it. It's incredible. I can't fault it. I love it so much. And as I say, my favourite part is seeing the artists and meeting them and talking to them and seeing people in their cosplays and reminiscing about what we grew up with and what we love learning about and watching. And it's just, there's nothing I can't not love about Comic-Con. It is just so much fun, and I just hope that this video was interesting in some way. And I will leave some of the links to the artists in the description, so if you want to go and check them out, you're more than welcome to, because they are amazing. There was this glass artist, oh my gosh, her pieces were incredible. They really were, and she talked about the process of how she makes them. Honestly, I wouldn't have the patience. I honestly wouldn't, so I give her all my respect. She is incredible, and her story behind how she got into it is amazing as well. So definitely check them out, and hope you like the video. And until next time, take care, and just keep being your nerdy, geeky, amazing people. Just take care and have a good one, and see you in the next video. Bye bye. Bye.